Now with one of the world's top gymnasts, Jordan Chiles, the two-time Olympian, is out with a new memoir called I'm That Girl, Living the Power of My Dreams, where she opens up about her personal journey, including the medal controversy at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. Jordan Chiles, welcome to GMA. We are very, very lucky and happy to have you here. Drop my card right there. But, you know, I want to, you wrote a book.
Yes.
You're 23. You have so much life ahead of you. So why write this book right now?
I think it was really to show the world that it took me 23 years to get into this position that I'm in right now, being a two-time Olympian, a world champion, and many more other accolades that are connected to me. And just to show that people can say a lot of things about you and create a story, but why not just tell your story the right way? My dad always told me every lesson that I learned would always be in a book one day, and now to know that it's in my hands and that, you know, I got to create something that was very dedicated to who I was and just be as important as my life.
You're telling your own story. No one can tell it for you. But it's been a roller coaster of emotions for you. I mean, you were Paris Olympics, you won the gold with the team, but then your bronze medal in the individual floor category was rescinded. How are you doing with all of that right now?
I can tell you I'm doing way better than I was when it first happened.
Can imagine.
I definitely, you know, I can only do so much for myself, is really focus on my mental, and knowing that I've been at UCLA and competing with the team has really helped with that. And I'm going to continue to fight and understand that I can only control what I can do with myself and let everything else just be on the back end of whether my lawyer or my attorney are doing whatever they can to continue to fight for that.
And what happens if you don't get it back?
I mean, I'm just going to continue on to move with life. Again, I can't control what happens at the end of the day. I just know what's right with me, and that I'm always going to just continue to look forward.
And you know, you've always faced adversity in gymnastics, sometimes being the only black female at the gym. But there was a moment, I think, that made so many of us proud at the Olympics, an all-black podium. What was that like to be a part of history like that?
Well, being a part of history is definitely a huge thing. One day, you know, I hope that I can show my kids, like, look what I did. I was part of history in an amazing sport at being a two-time Olympian. So it's really cool that I could show the younger generation that no matter what you do in life, no matter what dreams you have, you can always conquer them, and that anything can happen. And so it's really cool to be able to be in that position. And standing next to two icons, Rebecca Andrade and Simone, it was definitely an honor, and I just felt comfortable in that position.
Well, you're an icon yourself, by the way. don't shortchange yourself. You're an icon too.
Thank you.
You know, but in this book, you talk about a lot of other personal things, because it's been a lot of work, and you've been impacted by so much, including like your relationship with food, and that it was damaged by a former coach, which led to a eating disorder, suicidal thoughts as well. What can you tell us about how that tough experience shaped you?
You know, every woman goes through a lot of things, whether it's mental health, whether it's physical within them. And I think understanding that our trauma can sometimes make us stronger in ways that not a lot of people can see. And going through those things, I understand now as I'm older that it was something that I was always going to go through no matter what. I was taught to be strong. I was taught to be confident. I was taught a lot of those things by my own mom, and just to understand that at the end of the day, I'm going to be able to stand on 2 feet and be encouraged and be, you know, seen in millions of different ways. And everything that I've done has been a gift from God. And so I just been able to stay resilient and stay independent, and just to continue to show the world what it's like to be loved and to be grateful. And
you said two-time Olympian. Okay, so what's next? Is there a three-time Olympian? You're going to keep competing? What's the word? What are you going to do?
It's still in my head. I'm not going to give a full answer. I think just being able to be with my UCLA team right now, I have another year after this season to, you know, represent UCLA, and then we'll see. I think the biggest thing is just to stay positive, and they always say as an athlete you can mentally do whatever you want to do, but it's the physical part of everything. So just making sure that I can continue physically in a way that I feel comfortable. And
are you finding other interests outside of gymnastics?
I am finding other interests. I mean, I love, as you can say, I don't know, you saw me doing flag football. I love playing other sports, and I think just discovering things outside of my own sport is really cool. I'm a very creative girl, so just discovering things that I can use my brain with, and I just think it's really cool that I have more to myself than just being an artistic gymnast.
I want to tell you right now, you're crushing the fashion game,
Thanks,
too.
I love fashion. And fashion is me.
We can see. There we go. We find these interests. Jordan, thank you.
Thank you so
It's so
much.
delightful to have you here, and we love watching you compete.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.